Hi everyone, welcome to E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College, Puramannur. I am Preeti, Assistant Professor, Postgraduate Department of English. Here, I would like to introduce a topic from 5th semester open course, English for Professional Success. After watching this video, the students will be able to get an idea about email, its features, and also it helps the students to understand the email etiquette. In this video, we will learn the basics of email writing, its types and the do's and don'ts in email writing. So, let's start. What is an email? Email, short for electronic mail. It is one of the most widely used features of the internet along with the web. More plainly, email is a message that allows you to send and receive text files, images or other attachments to and from anyone with an email address anywhere in the world. An email address is required to receive email and that address is unique to the user. The email address should include some combination of your first and last name or first initial and last name. Most people in companies use emails for a wide range of purposes to confirm appointments, meeting, request help or action, provide information. It is also used for contacting friends, communicating with the professors and supervisors. Depending on the purposes, the messages you send will differ in their formality, intended audience and desired outcome. Email service on the internet was invented by Ray Tomlinson in 1972. Most email servers allow you to send multiple attachments with each message, but they limit the total size. In the early days of email, attachments were typically limited to 1 megabytes, but now many mail servers support email attachments that are 20 megabytes in size or more. Next, let's discuss the features of an email. The first one, that is a facility, automatic reply to messages. The next one is the auto forwarded and redirection of messaging. The third feature is the facility to send copies of a message to many people. Next one is that addresses can be stored in an address book and retrieved instantly. Next, if a message cannot be delivered, it will be informed through notification. Emails are automatically date and time stamped. Now, let's look into the types of email. What are the different types of email? Email is mainly divided into two types. First one is formal email and the second one is informal email. The formal email is written for business or professional purpose with a specific objective in mind. It uses simple language that can be easily to read and interpret. Formal emails are written to government departments or business instead of a non-individual. Now, let's look into the informal email. The informal email is written for personal communication. It uses a casual or an emotional tone. Informal emails are written to a friend or a close family member instead of a business. Let's first understand the format of a formal email. A formal email must have 7 things in it. Number 1, sender's email ID. Here, sender's email ID is the one who is writing an email. It is represented as from. Number 2, receiver's email ID. Here, receiver is the one who is receiving an email and for whom the email is written, and it is represented as to. You may use CC and BCC if required. CC for carbon copy and BCC for blind carbon copy. Carbon copy of email is sent to many receivers and they can see one another's names. The option blind carbon copy allows the sender to hide the names of other receivers. One receiver cannot see the names of other receivers. Number 3 is a subject. It is used so that the reader immediately knows what your email is about. The fourth one is salutation. A salutation is a greeting used in an email. Generally, we use dear followed by the recipient's given name. If the name is unknown, we use sir or madam. The fifth one is body. The body of the email contains the actual message. It is usually divided into 3 subcategories. They are introduction, the main content and the summary. The introductory paragraph states the purpose of the email. The main content conveys all necessary detailed information. The last paragraph summarizes the information provided. Number 6 is complimentary clause. It is the way to end the email. It means goodbye in general terms. We generally use yours faithfully. If we do not know the person, we are writing the email and yours sincerely. If we know the person, we are writing the email too. The seventh one is sender's details. Here the name of the sender, designation and contact details also be added. We know in the format the date of sending an email is not required. As an email, date will automatically be taken while it is being sent. Okay, let's understand this format with an example. Here is a question. You are Rajesh, Purchase Manager of NRM IT Solutions. Write an email to the Sales Manager of Navneet Stationery Solutions, New Delhi, placing an order for stationery items for your organization. Okay, let's begin. The first step is to write the sender's details. So, it will be written like this, from support@rajesh.in. The second step is to write the receiver's email ID. So, it will be written like this, to sales@navneet.com. Now, the third step is writing the subject line. So, what is the subject line? Here, the subject line is regarding purchase. So, it will be written like this, subject, purchase order of stationery items. The fourth step is salutation. So, let's write the salutation as Dear Sir. Now comes the most important part of the email. It is the body of the email. As we discussed, the body will be divided into three parts: introduction, main content and summary. Let's write the body in this way. This is a reference to an inquiry we made on the date 1st April 2021 about stationery items. We wish to place an order for the same. Kindly find the details of the items below. Now, here is a list of items that we require. In this way, you can draw up proper structured table and in brief describe the items that you require. The last paragraph will be something like this. We hope to receive this order on or before Friday, 16th April 2021. Please ensure timely delivery of items in healthy condition. The payment will be made once the goods are received. In case of any queries, please contact at the number mentioned in the email signature. So, this is the entire body of an email. Now, the sixth step of the email is complimentary close. Let's write thanking you, yours sincerely. And the final step in email writing is the name, designation and contact details of the person who is sending the email. Let's write in this way, Rajesh, Purchase Manager, NRM IT Solutions, and here is the contact number. So, finally your email is completed. After implementing all 7 steps in the email, now I hope that you are very much clear what exactly in an email. To make our email more standard, we should know some guidelines for writing emails. Okay, let's have a look on it. First one, it should be brief and clear. That is, avoid dense paragraph and be accurate. The next one is avoid mistakes and edit carefully before sending. The next guideline is use a plain background to ensure your email is easy to read. We should avoid sarcastic or angry comments. If you are writing email to people within your company, avoid addressing them as dear. The ending of an email by writing like kind regards, best wishes, thanks and regards. Next, use capital letters where necessary. And you should avoid too many abbreviations. However, there are some standard abbreviations which are generally understood, such as ASAP for as soon as possible, ETC for etc., RE for regarding, R can be used. Next, let's discuss the email etiquette. Email etiquette refers to the principles of behavior that one should use when writing or answering email messages. Because email is less personal than a phone or in-person conversation, but quicker to send than a letter. It is possible for serious breaches of manners to take place. In addition to check spelling, grammar and punctuation, we have to follow certain guidelines to convey a positive image when communicating via email. They are: use a separate account for personal and business emails. And the second one is we should honor the request of colleagues, friends and family members that no personal emails be sent to their work address. we should check email messages at least once a day. The next one is reply to email messages within 24 hours. It also includes a subject line and make it as detailed and specific as possible. Next one, keep the message short but do not be abrupt. Limit the length. Then use quotation marks when quoting excerpts from the original message or other sources. The next guideline is send attachments only with the receiver's permission or upon request. The other important guideline is think carefully before forwarding a message and remember that the contents of the message legally belong to the writer, not the recipient. Another one is use the reply all function with discretion. That is, sometimes only one person requires a response, not every on the distribution list. The next thing that we wanted to keep in mind, do not send newsletters, unsolicited advertisements unless given permission to do so by intended recipient. And the last one is your email is a reflection of you. If your email is scattered, disorganized and filled with mistakes, the recipient will be inclined to think of you as a scattered, careless person. We know there are many email providers. Let's have a look on it. The most popular email providers are Gmail. It is Google's popular email service today and for years. It also has a variant called G Suite, which is the paid version of Google's Mail. The other email provided is Yahoo. The email from Yahoo Mail was another top rated service during the 90s and the first decades of 21st century. It was a pioneer on the internet. The other email provider is Outlook. It is one of the first mail services in the world. So, let's conclude today's section. I hope you might have understood the topic I have taken. Thank you.